Malcolm X was born Malcolm Little on May 19, 1925, in Omaha, Nebraska. He was born in Michigan, where his family suffered the misfortune of their house being burned by the Ku Klux Klan, Malcolm's father being murdered and his mother institutionalized. Malcolm subsequently moved to Boston, where, as a teen, he drifted into petty crimes, which escalated, resulting in him being sent to prison on a charge of burglary. While he was in prison, he joined the Nation of Islam, and once he was released in 1952, he changed his surname Little with an X to denote the rejection of what he referred to as his slave name. After meeting the Nation of Islam's leader, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm became one of the most effective speakers and organizers of the group. He established temples in New York, Boston, and cities in the South, and established the group's newspaper, Muhammad Speaks. Through his articulated and unrelenting speeches, Malcolm X expressed the frustration, anger, and bitterness of African Americans during the Civil Rights Movement from 1955 to 1965. He condemned beliefs of nonviolence and integration of the mainstream civil rights movement led by Martin Luther King Jr. Malcolm urged his followers to defend themselves by any means necessary. His critiques of the so-called Negro was the impetus behind the Black Power and Black Consciousness movement in the U.S. His work with the Nation of Islam helped to change the terms used to address Negroes and colors to the Black and Afro-Americans. In 1963, deep tensions arose between Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad on the political direction of the Nation of Islam. When Malcolm X encouraged the nation to become more involved in the civil rights movement rather than just be a critic of the movement. In addition, Malcolm was further devastated when he learned that Muhammad was fathered 6 children with his personal secretaries who filed paternity suits against Muhammad. A statement Malcolm made regarding the death of President F. Kennedy caused Muhammad to order Malcolm to serve a 90-day period of silence, causing a permanent break between the two leaders. On March 8, 1964, Malcolm X publicly announced his separation from the Nation of Islam. Following his departure, he met Dr. King for the first and only time, founded several religious organizations, traveled to Saudi Arabia, Egypt, France, and the United Kingdom, taking part of debates and other speaking engagement. Malcolm returned to the United States, speaking at colleges and public social party gatherings. During 1964, Malcolm's conflict with the Nation of Islam deepened, with threats against his life increased. On February 21, 1965, as he prepared to address the Organization of Afro-Americans Unity, OAAU, a black nationalism organization launched by Malcolm earlier in 1964, at the Audubon Ballroom in Manhattan, he was shot by at least 3 gunmen and pronounced dead at 3:30 p.m. shortly after reaching Columbia Presbyterian Hospital.